Okay, I want one memory that somebody has that I want, you got one. That's all I want is one, because some of you guys got tons, and I don't want to be here chasing memories. I can stack up some of them, but for a perfect example, do you have one specific memory? Not tons. Can you just stay with one? Are you sure? When you go to this memory, can you feel it? 0 to 10, how strong is it? Are you sure? Okay, good. Come on up. I'll do it. Here's the deal too. When I'm giving demonstrations, sometimes demonstrations are so entertaining. How does the original play? Now let's do this. In your mind, do you see the original over here and you see the good one over there, or how do you see this internally?
I just want to see a good one.
Well, do you see both? Or do you just have one? What do you got?
Just got one.
All right, go to the good one. All right. How do you feel about, I want you to go back. You were sitting right back there. You remember you had a messy problem, right?
Yeah.
All right, I want you to bring it all back.
Okay.
Can you do it?
Just going to a party.
Does it make sense? You have a question?
My question is about the session that we had yesterday, and by the way, I feel like 1,000,000 times better, so that's amazing. And if you want, I can do a testimonial to explain what. No.
Come on up. Just come on up here. Just come up here and just share it. So this is what I want you to do. When you come up here, nobody knows who you are. None of these people were here before.
Okay.
So this is a total different group, okay? So what you're going to do is just have a seat here, and I want you to share what you experienced, how bad it was, and what's the difference now. So introduce who you are.
Okay. I'm Sol, and I came all the way from Spain, and I've had chronic fatigue for a bloody long time, and I've been working on myself for a long time, and it's been an amazing journey. It's just been fantastic, the amount of wisdom that I've been able to get from this. Every day is like I'm discovering something new. Yesterday, actually, feels like a long time ago now, I felt like complete shit. I just couldn't even think straight. I couldn't concentrate. I was having doubts about whether I could continue with the course, and I just thought, I just can't do this, I'm too exhausted. I felt the worst I had for a long time. And I've been working on a memory where I was mugged in Barcelona, and it was the biggest memory that I've ever done by far. It was like gigantic, as big as a cathedral. So I'd been working on that before, and several times I thought, oh, it's finished now, it's over now. But there was still stuff there. And I looked at it and said, and then I kept on seeing that my mind didn't want to go there. It was like, I can't go there. And I knew that because of that fear of going there, that there was still more left. But it was like, it seemed endless anyway. So I came and volunteered, which was a difficult decision because a few months ago I wouldn't have done it. No way. It was an amazing experience for me. I feel amazing. It's difficult to put into words. And thank you all. You're all amazing people. And what I did is I changed the memory. I've been practicing for a long time. No one loves me. I haven't got any friends, and it's a very isolating disease, and chronic fatigue. And looking at it back, I can see that I was isolating myself, and I was doing it myself, but it felt like I was losing all my friends. I couldn't communicate with people, and I just, yeah. So what I did is I changed the memory where I go now, instead of going in and getting mugged with chloroform and a knife and all that, I go down and there's a big party and everyone's so pleased to see me, and I just realised that, yeah, there's so many people that have helped me, and there's so many people that do love me, and it's a great feeling. So thank you so much.
Well, you just tell the whole, this is a whole brand new group. Yeah. You had this problem. You came to this wonderful seminar. Yeah. What did you experience? What are some of the big points, the high points, the bad points? And just share whatever you want. You just do a good job.
So here's the thing. Forget the thing I said before, but this is the thing. Okay, so I came to the seminar and I had chronic fatigue syndrome. I've had chronic fatigue syndrome for years, and it's been particularly bad since January. I was so bad, I couldn't get out of bed, I couldn't do anything. It was awful. And I discovered FasterEFT, and since then it's been an amazing healing journey. The wisdom I've discovered has been incredible. Every time I go into a memory, there's wisdom to discover. And on the second day of the seminar, I was just feeling awful, worse than I have for a long time. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm too exhausted. I can't go on. And when Robert wanted to volunteer, I just put my hand up straight away. Even though it scared me to hell, I knew how to do it. Yeah, so I came up here, and do I have bananas on my face? Just monkeys. Yeah, that feeling of everyone looking at me was very scary. And my memory was when I went to, when I was in Barcelona and I was mugged with chloroform. I thought I was going to die. It felt like I was drowning. That was a memory. I don't know if it still happened. Did it happen? I worked a lot on that memory. It was humongous, but I couldn't go there anymore. I'd done so much work on it, but my brain just said, it's too scary. I can't go there anymore. So when I came up here, it was clearing out what was still there. There was still quite a bit there, as you'll see in the video. And that was amazing. I changed the whole experience, and I changed it to a great experience where I go into a party instead of going into the tube station and getting mugged. I go into a party and everyone welcomes me, and that was amazing. So she's making me laugh. Sorry. That was amazing. The next day I just felt cured. I just felt amazing. And I've been feeling good since then, until this morning. And when I came in this morning, we did a test. I looked at questions and I just couldn't answer the questions. I couldn't. I knew the answers, but I started answering them, and then the words would go. I was like, I can't do this course anymore. And then what it was is that I didn't know who I was anymore. I changed that much that my brain was saying, "Who are you?" I couldn't recognize myself. And it was huge. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger until I had to leave. Luckily, the amazing hero Jamie came to save my life. Yeah, take it in. It was great. I felt like it was humongous. I felt like I was possessed. I was shaking all over. I just couldn't get out of the trance. Like Jamie was just, the question he was asking was about me because he couldn't get me out of the trance. It was basically, I'd identified myself because I've been ill for so long. That's who I was. I was ill, and my body couldn't accept that I could be well. So I just couldn't. It couldn't accept this new me, even though I was loads happier. So there you go. It was an identity crisis. But I got through it, and I'm still here, and it's amazing. Thank you so much.
I'm Sol, and about a year and a half ago, January last year, I was very, very ill. I kind of denied it to myself for a long time and tried to push myself harder and harder and drink more and more coffees to try to, act normal, because I thought, it was something wrong with me and I had to try to be normal and be like everyone else. Till it got to, it was actually New Year's Eve when on last year, 2011, 2010, 2011, when I was just so exhausted, I could no longer really function at all, and I was just in my bed, and I didn't sleep that night. I was all anxious that there was really something wrong with me. I was really ill, and then I think it was the next day, the 1st of January, and I was speaking to my sister over Facebook, and then I spoke to a friend of mine in Spain who's a herbalist, and she described to her the symptoms, and the first thing she said was that I was stuck in fight or flight. I didn't know what that meant at that time, so I googled stuck in fight or flight, and this video came up, and it wasn't EFT, but it was just tapping like this in different parts of the head and the body. I think called balancing your cortisols or something like that, and just doing that, my anxiety just disappeared like that. It was just instant. It was amazing. 2 minutes, and because I was having panic attacks all the time and anxiety all the time, so that just completely relieved my anxiety. And so yeah, obviously after that I was looking for everything to do with tapping, and I discovered FasterEFT and EFT at the same time, so I sort of went between both of them, and then decided I liked FasterEFT more.
And what is it about FasterEFT that you prefer?
Compared to EFT, it works faster. It's more sort of just more intuitive. You just do it at the moment. It's like that, quickly. You can just do it at the moment. You don't have to think about it. EFT, you have to think about what it is, and go even though, and it's just longer. And I like the simplicity of EFT. It's just easy to teach, and it's just so simple.
And how have you found this week?
This week's been fantastic for me. It's more of just a week for me just to heal my own stuff, more than training, but also to learn more about healing chronic diseases and illnesses, pain and stuff like that, because that's what I want to specialise in, because I'm a FasterEFT practitioner, and I'd like to specialise in people with chronic fatigue and people who have gone through all the stuff that I have, and just seeing all the mainstream medicine and how it just doesn't have any solutions for so many things. So I want to be helping people who are chronically ill and helping their journey for recovery.
What about the group dynamics? So a group like this where there are quite a number of people tapping all together, do you think that makes a difference compared to tapping on your own or with a private session?
Yeah, it just makes you feel safer when there's everyone else around you, and everyone else is doing it. We're all going through our own stuff, but we're all going through the same sort of stuff. We've all got the same feelings, and we don't have to hide them away or box them in, because we're all going through the same human process.
So you said you were suffering with chronic fatigue for a long time.
Yeah.
And how do you think you changed after using FasterEFT?
Well, like I said, I discovered it only a year and a half ago or so, even less even. Everything's changed. I mean, I couldn't even walk properly. I was so exhausted that just doing ordinary things was like climbing the Mount Everest, like cooking a meal, doing the shopping. It was so stressful and so difficult, whereas now I can lead a normal life, and I can just get on with whatever I want to get on with, which is to become a FasterEFT practitioner.
That's great.
So I've got so much more energy, and I feel so much better. I'm not completely healed, it's a process, but just 1 year and I'm almost recovered. In fact, one doctor told me, because they kept on saying that I was depressed instead of having chronic fatigue, and I knew it was wrong. So I asked him, what if it is this chronic fatigue, Emmy? And he said, well, if you're still the same in 5 years' time, then if you're still the same in 5 years' time, then maybe that's what it is. So here I am, 1.5 years later, and almost completely better.
Thanks so much, Sol.